Greetings and welcome back everybody to a new video. The Android 10 update is now available for the Galaxy M30s, and in this video what I'm gonna do is update my phone, which is the Galaxy M30s, and then I will show you all the new features that the Android 10 update brings to this phone. So this one also includes One UI Core 2 upgrade, so that is the Samsung skin over Android 10. Anyway, let's go ahead and download the update. Oh, and by the way guys, you should see this update notification automatically on your phone, but if you don't see it, drop down the notification panel and go to settings, then scroll all the way down and then tap on software update, then tap on download and install. This will forcefully check if there's an update available with Samsung servers, and you should automatically get this screen where it shows software update and One UI Core 2 upgrade. Oh, and if you guys would like to skip to any particular part in this video, the time code is in the video description, and all your personal messages, apps, contacts, all of them will be there after the update, so the update does not wipe them off. Okay, so here we are guys, the phone is now updated and it is running Android 10. Let us go to settings, scroll all the way down, about phone, then we will go to software information, and you guys can see Android version 10 with One UI Core version 2. And if you repeatedly tap this, you will see this screen and you can move these around. So that is the Easter egg. By the way, if your phone gets hot after the update, that is completely normal. For the first few hours you will get less battery backup and you will feel that the phone is getting hot. What I want you to do is, after the update, just plug your phone into the charger, turn the screen off and leave it sitting at the table so that it finishes all the background tasks it is doing. So if you do this, the phone will get some time to finish all the background tasks, and after that it will be back to normal. So I've already given my phone about 1.5 hours. Also, if you guys enjoy my video, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the video description, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and after that hit the bell icon and select all to get notifications for my latest uploads. So guys, here we are after using the M30s on Android 10 for 2 complete days, and I must say I am quite impressed by this update. I haven't noticed any bugs as such. The phone works just fine, everything is nice and smooth, so the apps launch instantly. Haven't seen anything wrong with the phone so far. See, everything is working nice and smooth. The web pages load up fairly quickly. There's almost no lag on this phone after the update. Although this processor is not the fastest. Now, one bug I noticed is with the Prime Video app. The Prime Video app stops streaming in HD. You will have to update the app from the Play Store in order to make it work in HD once again. And same goes for the Samsung Notes app. This one was getting stuck up when you created a new note. Again, just update this app on the Galaxy Store and everything will be fine. Now coming to the battery life, so I last recharged the battery, let's see, on 17th. I unplugged my phone around 4 AM. I think I was recording a video at that time, so unplugged it on 17th, spent the complete 17th on one single charge, then 18th, then 19th. So on 17th I have 3 hours and 5 minutes of screen on time, 2 hours 52 minutes on 18th, and 19th 1 hour 3 minutes. So battery backup is actually quite good. After all, this phone has a 6000 milliamp hour battery. But do keep in mind, this is not my main phone right now. I'm still using my Galaxy Note 10 Plus as my main phone. This is right now my secondary phone, so I don't have many apps installed on this. So now let us go ahead and check out all the new features that are included with the Android 10 update. Let's get started. So guys, we will start off by taking a look at the camera, because the camera app has seen a slight redesign. So right from the start, you can see most of our camera modes are missing from the bottom over here. So only live focus, photo and video are available. That is because all of the camera modes have been moved inside this more button. So tap over here and all of your camera modes are available over here inside this more tab. So don't freak out if you don't see your favorite camera mode, it is inside this more button. But if you want the previous sort of a setting, you can just drag and drop these. So long press, you can just drag and drop these at the bottom of the screen, and then if you want, long press and move them around. So you can actually bring them out of this more button and place them anywhere you like at the bottom of the screen. But I like the new setting because if I am clicking a picture, so for example, I will click a picture in night mode, and if I want to go back to photo, it is just one tap away. Otherwise, if I had all of the camera modes down at the bottom of the screen, I would be swiping again and again to go back to my previous camera modes. So this one, just one tap, it goes back to photo, and if you want to record video, it's another tap. So I think this is a step in the right direction. But in case you still like the older version, and if you want all of these camera modes to be here, well, you can still drag and drop them out and then reposition them as per your liking. Now someone's gonna ask if you have proper pro mode on this phone like you do on Samsung flagships. Unfortunately no, the pro mode is just like manual mode. You just get ISO control and white balance control and the exposure control. So this pro mode is really quite bad on the M30s. Just use the auto mode to click your pictures. I think it does the job quite well. Now image quality is still the same. I have taken some pictures before and after. Let's do a comparison on the computer. So let us do a quick comparison. I'm not going to go into too much details or show you many pictures because I want to keep this video under 30 minutes. Anyways, on to our right, we have a photo which has been taken after the update, and on to our left, we have a photo which is taken before the update. Now you guys do the comparison. To be honest, I think both of these photos look almost identical. So there is absolutely no difference in the picture quality before and after the update. I don't really think Samsung will change the picture quality of this phone now that the successor, which is the M31, is out with 4 cameras. So yes, the picture quality is pretty much the same. Here is another picture. This is almost at 100% zoom. So this is the kind of picture quality you can expect out of the M30s. After the update, it's pretty much identical like it was before the update. And same goes for video quality. Again, not gonna do too much comparison. It is exactly the same as it was before. So that was a quick picture quality comparison. There is no difference before and after the update, and same goes for the front facing camera. I've taken some selfies and no, there was no difference in the picture quality. So I guess that is pretty much it for the camera. Other stuff is the same. So here's our front facing camera. I don't feel there are any bugs with the new camera interface. Everything is working nice and smooth. So let us move on to the next set of features. Samsung has also updated the screenshotting tool on the M30s. So now the screenshotting tool has an auto crop feature. So for example, I want to take a screenshot of, say, this picture. So I will just swipe my palm like this to take a screenshot. And if I select the crop button, you can see the phone automatically places a square over here, and there's a blue square over here, blue circle and a square. And if I tap on this, the phone will automatically highlight the picture for me. And then I can press save and it will be saved in the gallery. So I don't have to manually crop the photo. The phone automatically knows where the photo is and it will automatically highlight the photo. So this auto crop feature in the screenshot tool kind of makes screenshotting pictures a lot easier on Instagram. And by the way, not only this feature works on Instagram, it kind of works system wide. So even if I open up Chrome web browser now and take a picture of this, I'll take a screenshot and select the crop option, and you guys can see it places a rectangle over here. Previously the phone placed the square because the picture was a square, so the phone kind of knows the shape of the photo, so it's placing a rectangle over here. And if I press on this blue circle, the phone automatically crops the photo, and then I can press the save button to save that particular photo in the gallery. So take a note guys, I have just closed that particular tab that was open in the Chrome web browser. So what I'm gonna do now is go to the gallery. So we just took a screenshot of this. There's a new button over here which says go to websites. So if you press on this, it will take you to the website where you took that particular screenshot. So I think this is an amazing tool. This is a new feature to the M30s. The older Galaxies, the flagships, already had this feature, but it is kind of new to the M30s. So again, I took another screenshot, go to websites, and it will take me to that particular page on the website where you took that screenshot. Pretty awesome little tool, but you might need to enable this feature in the gallery. So go back, go to your gallery, press on these three dots and then select settings and turn this feature on which says go to websites. Show a button to return to websites where screenshots were taken. And someone will ask how to take screenshots by doing this gesture. So this is called swipe to capture, swipe palm to capture. So what I want you guys to do is go to settings, then scroll down here to the part which says advanced features, then tap on motion and gestures and then make sure palm swipe to capture is enabled. So this is the feature that allows you to take screenshots by swiping your palm on the screen like this. Pretty cool little feature, right guys? Have you guys ever accidentally deleted a contact from your phone book then later on regret that you have deleted it? Well, fear not fellow mortals, because now when you delete contacts from your phone book, they will go into recycle bin rather than getting deleted permanently. So in case you end up deleting a contact or a couple of contacts accidentally, you can press these three dots and go to recycle bin, and from over here you can choose to restore the contacts or empty the recycle bin. So long press, select the contacts that you want to restore and then press the restore button, or if you want to delete them, press the delete button. But in my case, I'm going to restore them because I don't want these contacts to be deleted. So yes, in case you end up deleting contacts accidentally, now they will go into the recycle bin instead of getting deleted permanently. The next new feature you will notice in the contacts application is the built-in QR code reader. So you just tap on this little QR code icon and this will turn the camera on to scan a contact QR code. So on your friend's phone, or if you want to share a contact, just press the QR code here. So I've opened up a particular contact on my other phone. QR code, this will present a code, just scan this, and that's how you add contacts through a QR code. No need to type out all this stuff, that is all old-fashioned. Just scan a QR code and you are good to go. And many business cards these days have a QR code on them, so you can just scan the business card and add contacts like this. Press on save and the contact will be added to your smartphone. On Android 10, whenever someone sends you a link over text messages or over a messaging application, you now have the ability to open up that link directly from the drop-down notification panel. So you guys can see I have sent myself two links. This is a link to a YouTube video and this is a link to a product on Amazon. So if I drop down the notification even further, the phone is suggesting to open up this link with the YouTube application. And same goes for this one. The phone is suggesting to open up this link with the Amazon shopping application, and you can just tap this to open up that link with the appropriate application, just like this. So this feature is quite awesome. You don't need to open up that message, just drop down the notification panel and just tap on the icon and the phone will open up that link for you. And the video starts playing. Pretty cool, right guys? Another cool feature of Android 10 is the suggested replies from the drop-down notification panel. This works for almost every text messaging application, so on WhatsApp it does work. So here you can see I've sent myself two messages. These are simple questions like are you awake? And the second one is have you reached home? Now if I drop these down, the phone is kind of suggesting replies over here. Yes and yeah, and have you reached home? Not yet and yes. So simple questions like these, the phone will automatically suggest a reply and you can quickly tap this to send a quick reply to your friend or your family member. You don't even have to open up the messaging application. So a cool little quirk of Android 10. Samsung One UI 2 also brings new animation to the recent menu. So when you go to recent menu, you have this super smooth animation. By the way, I'm using gestures, so there are no navigation buttons at the bottom of the screen, but this is home, this is back, and this opens up the recents menu. So when you are in a particular application and if you open up recents, you have this super smooth animation, and I really like this. It gives a nice touch to the phone, and when you do this, the apps kind of bounce around at the edge. So that is also something new on Android 10 with One UI 2. Android 10 also brings the new navigation gestures to the Galaxy M30s, and let me tell you, the new navigation gestures are awesome. The edges of your screen become the back key, so you don't actually have to use the phone with your right hand. You can use your left thumb to do this to go back to the previous screen, because the edges of the screen is the back button. These are awesome. So let me show you how to turn them on. So we will go to settings, then display, and scroll down to the part which says navigation bar, and then make sure to select full screen gestures and then tap on more options. Then select the second option which says swipe from sides and bottom. So the way the new navigation gestures work is the edges of the screen is the back button. So I can actually do this to go back, or use my right hand and do this to go back. So the edges of the screen is now your back button, and this will take you home. Now the way you open up recents is swipe and hold from the bottom, and that will open up your recent menu. Again, go back, swipe up and release. Swipe up and hold, this will open up recents. Swipe up and release, that takes you home. Again, let us open up a website. Let me show you the new navigation gestures in a little bit more detail. Okay, so to go back, do this, that takes you back. Now to go back home, just swipe up like this and that takes you home. It's super duper easy to navigate, and if you want to go to your recent applications, swipe up and hold and that takes you to your recent application. Shuffling through apps is also very easy when you have these new gestures. So you guys can see I have a lot of applications open in the background. Now if I want to shuffle through them, what I can do is just swipe my finger like this and that shuffles through the apps, and I can do this to go back to my previous application. So you see how intuitive this new Android gestures really is, and seems like there's almost no lag whatsoever. Apps shuffle almost instantly. Don't see anything wrong with the phone. So these new navigation gestures kind of allow you to use your phone with your left hand without any problems. Now one thing to keep in mind is that there are many applications that have a menu that open up over here, and the way you open up this menu is by swiping in from the left side of your phone like this. But if you have enabled the new navigation gestures, this is actually your back key. So how do you open up that menu with your left hand? Well, you swipe in at an angle and that opens up that menu. So let me try and show this to you on a different application. So the Amazon shopping app also has a little menu that opens up from the left side of the screen. So the way you open this up is swiping in at an angle like this. If you swipe in like this, that goes back. And once again, swipe in at an angle. Let me try and do this a little bit more slowly. Swipe in at an angle and that opens up the menu. If you do this, that takes you back. So the full functionality is available. It just takes a little while to get used to, but I really like the new gestures because that allows me to use my phone with my left hand, keeping my right hand free. On Android 10, night mode has been renamed to dark mode. Now dark mode performs the exact same function as night mode. It applies a black theme to your phone to reduce strain on your eyes. So the functionality is exactly the same, but you do have some added features like apply to wallpaper. So on Android 10, when you turn on dark mode, the wallpaper actually becomes a little bit dim. You won't be able to make it out on camera, but yes, the wallpaper does become a little bit dark. The change is very little, but yeah, the wallpaper does become a little bit dark. And you can also find dark mode under the display setting. It is right over here. And on Android 10, dark mode is actually more integrated into the system. So dark mode now actually affects the widgets and the notifications on your lock screen. So I will now disable dark mode and check that out. The notification has become white, that highlighted thing. Now I will turn on dark mode and you guys will see it will become a little bit black. So that is the dark mode integration with Android system. And same goes for the widgets. Actually, you will need to configure this first by going into the widget settings and turn this feature on which says match with dark mode. So now the widgets are actually compatible with dark mode. So if I turn dark mode off, you can see the widget changes color and it becomes white. Turn on dark mode and it becomes black. I really like the black highlight, but I'm gonna make it transparent because I like the transparent widget. So that's the one that I prefer. But anyway, dark mode is compatible with widgets. and it's also compatible with the notifications on your lock screen. You can actually force dark mode to run on third-party apps that don't support it. So for example, you can actually apply dark mode to the Amazon shopping app even though this app does not support that dark mode feature. So let me show you how you can do that. But for that, we need to enable developer options. So for that, go to settings, scroll all the way down, then tap on about phone. Then tap on software information, then repeatedly tap on build number until you see this message. Now enter your PIN in case you have PIN unlock set up. Next, and you will see this message, developer mode has been enabled. Now go back and scroll down, you will see a secret menu, developer options. Inside developer options, you will need to scroll down until you see hardware accelerated rendering. Under this, you will see an option which says force dark mode. Just turn this on and leave developer options turned on. If you turn off developer options, the feature gets reset. Now take a look at this. When I launch Amazon shopping app now, you can see it's kind of running with dark mode turned on. It's not perfect because these apps are actually not meant to run with dark mode, but yeah, this is something you can experiment. And yeah, I would like to see more third-party apps that support dark mode. The Android 10 update also brings a brand new Centralized Permissions manager to the Galaxy M30s, and I'm really happy to see Google is taking privacy a little bit more seriously with the Android 10 update. Anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. So we will go to settings, and if you scroll down here, you will see a new tab which says privacy. Tap over here and then tap on permissions manager. So over here, you can allow and deny an application's access to the phone's camera, contacts, location, microphone, and so on and so forth. So for example, let's tap on camera, and this gives us a list of applications that have access to the phone's camera. These apps do not have access to the phone's camera, and you can just tap over here and then deny an application's access to the phone's camera, leave it allowed for camera. By the way, don't disable camera access for all the applications because, for example, my D-Link home application needs access to the camera to read QR codes. So in case you deny, the QR code reading functionality of this app will stop working. But yeah, it's a nice little feature which kind of allows you to allow and deny access to the phone's camera. So I have disabled camera access for most of the apps over here. So for location, you have slightly different settings. So these apps have access to the phone's location all the time, and over here you will see a new tab which says allowed only while in use. So these applications cannot track your location in the background. They will be only able to detect your location when you are actively using them. So that way you can save a little bit of battery power by setting the second option. You can also do this for maps, but yeah, the functionality will be limited. So don't just go ahead and deny location for all the apps. Some apps do need your location in order to work properly. And you can do the same for your microphone in case you think a particular app is listening to your voice. So you do have the option of denying. But yeah, I do like where Google is going with this centralized permissions manager. I think it becomes a lot easier to track which applications have access to your phone's camera, contacts, location, microphone, and so on and so forth. Samsung has also redesigned the device care menu with One UI 2. So we will go to settings, scroll down, and then go to device care. So this is where you check your battery level, storage, memory, security, and turn ultra data savings on and off. So let's tap on battery first. So battery usage meter has seen a complete redesign. So now you have this date-wise battery backup usage information. So on 17th of March, it shows me I have a screen on time of 3 hours and 5 minutes, and it shows me all the different apps that I have been using. And this is for the 18th. 49 minutes of screen on time today, and we still have 74% charge remaining. And mind you guys, that is when I'm recording this video with the brightness cranked up to 80%. Then you have your different power modes over here. Under app power management, you can put unused apps to sleep, and then you also have this always sleeping apps list. So you can actually forcefully put apps to sleep. As soon as you quit them, they will not run in the background. Let's go to memory, check our RAM usage. So it looks like half of the RAM is in use, so 3 GB is still free out of 6. That's great. And then security. So this is the new redesigned device care menu. Let's tap on these 3 dots, go to advanced, auto optimization, auto restart, and optimize settings. So I think that is pretty much it for the new redesigned device care menu. It performs the exact same functionality as the previous device care menu. It just has a new look. Oh, and by the way guys, I've also noticed that whenever you pop open the keyboard, there's a blank space at the bottom of the keyboard. By the way, I'm using the SwiftKey keyboard. You can grab it off Play Store. So back to the topic, you can see there is a blank space at the bottom of the keyboard. Let me show you how you can get rid of that. So we will go to settings, then go to display, scroll down to the part which says navigation bar and turn this feature off which says show button to hide keyboard. Now check this out. Now the keyboard snaps at the bottom of the display, so no wasted space over here. We have more content area. Digital Wellbeing also sees a complete redesign on Android 10 with One UI 2. So we will go to Digital Wellbeing by going to settings, scroll down, and here we have Digital Wellbeing and parental controls. Now Digital Wellbeing sort of lets you track your daily smartphone usage habits. So it says here that I have used my phone for 2 hours and 5 minutes today. That is 1 hour 6 minutes less than yesterday. And it shows me what all apps I've been using. So I've spent 57 minutes in YouTube, 31 minutes in Snapchat. And it shows me the number of notifications I have received today, 314, and I have unlocked my phone 41 times. And if you tap over here, it will take you to a more detailed view. You can view your daily usage by tapping on these dates. So I've used my phone more yesterday, so 3 hours and 11 minutes. And here are all the applications that I have been using. And by the way, you can tap over here and see a lot more detailed view. So it shows you what time you have been watching YouTube videos, number of times open, and the number of times notifications have been received by that particular application, YouTube in this case, and shows me notifications received and shows the number of times I've unlocked my phone. The second part of Digital Wellbeing is called app timers. Now app timers lets you set a daily time limit for apps that are installed on your phone. So for example, you might want to limit usage for a particular app, especially social media apps. You can set a daily time limit from over here. So it has arranged the apps according to my usage. So I have spent 56 minutes on YouTube today. So let us set an app timer. So we will set the timer to 1 hour. So after I have spent 1 hour in YouTube, the app will automatically get disabled on the phone and it will reset every day at midnight. So let me demonstrate this. I will launch YouTube now, start playing a video.
Alright, so back in 1999, this phone was the most compact and the most lightweight.
Alright, so you guys can see the timer has run out for YouTube. You've used all your time for YouTube today. You can use this app again tomorrow, but you can add more time over here if you want. But let's leave it at 0 and press on OK. And you guys can see the YouTube icon has grayed out and I will not be able to launch YouTube anymore. So this app timer feature is a great way in case you want to limit usage for a particular app. I think this is quite a useful tool for limiting usage on games and social media apps. Alright, so that was app timers. Now moving on, under the same Digital Wellbeing menu, there is something called ways to disconnect, and under ways to disconnect you will see a new feature called focus mode. Now focus mode lets you create different set of modes, and inside that particular mode you can add applications that should run when that particular mode is turned on. By the way, focus mode is also accessible from the drop down notifications menu. It is right over here, but it's a part of Digital Wellbeing. So we will add a new focus mode, tap on add, and I will name this study mode and then press on save. Now over here you need to add applications that will run when the study focus mode is turned on. So I will press on add and add applications from this list. Alright, so I have selected 15 applications. I will tap on done. And now these applications will be available when the study focus mode is turned on. So let us tap on start and go back to home. Now you guys can see most of the apps on the phone are disabled, and the disabled apps will not be able to send you any notifications. So in case you are easily distracted while studying or working, you can use the new focus mode feature to disable apps on your phone in bulk. And if I try and launch an application, the phone will give you a message which says stay focused, Amazon shopping is blocked during focus mode. You can use Amazon shopping and receive notification after the focus mode ends. So yeah, like I just said, the apps that are disabled will not be able to send you any notifications. Obviously when you're studying, you will not use Amazon shopping, you are not going to watch YouTube, nor you're going to text on Snapchat. So this is a great way to avoid distractions while you are studying. But I really think you should have enough self-control that you don't need to use features like focus mode, but it's still a great little feature to have on your phone in order to avoid any distractions. Now to end the focus mode, I can just drop down the notifications panel and then tap on this button, and the focus mode will end and all of the applications will be available once again for use. So this is the new focus mode under ways to disconnect, that is under the Digital Wellbeing menu. The next new feature under ways to disconnect is wind down. Now wind down is automatic do not disturb, so you can set a schedule over here. Right now it is selected for all days and it will turn on automatically at 12 AM and turn off automatically at 8 AM. And when this feature is turned on, your phone will block notifications and the display color will change to grayscale. So let's turn it on. It's already past 12, so you guys can see the display has turned grayscale and the phone will not send you any notification because do not disturb is turned on. You might want to turn this feature on when you go to bed, otherwise your phone might send you any notification and you will get disturbed. So this is automatic do not disturb, and once again it turns the display grayscale. The last feature under Digital Wellbeing is parental controls. Now I'm not gonna show you parental control because this requires you to set this up with Google Family Link, but you do get new feature called parental controls, but I'm gonna skip that because I'm not gonna set it up. The way you change wallpapers is also slightly different on One UI 2. So pinch out, then tap on wallpapers and it takes you to this screen. This one shows you a preview of the lock screen and home screen together. Previously, when you used to tap on the wallpaper icon over here, it would take you directly to the Galaxy Store. Now Galaxy Store is accessible through Explore More Wallpapers. So that takes you to the Galaxy Store. So Galaxy Store is still there. Let's go back. And My Wallpapers takes you to the pre-installed wallpapers. Then downloaded wallpapers are the wallpapers that you have downloaded from the Galaxy Store, and live wallpapers are accessible from over here. And you can choose one from your gallery, and then wallpaper services takes you to dynamic lock screen and lock screen stories. These two features were already there on Android 9, so I'm not gonna go through them again, but dynamic lock screen is nice. I do like that feature. One thing that annoys me the most is the fact that Samsung has removed the 3D effect for wallpaper. So for example, if I want to set this as a wallpaper now, that motion effect thing has disappeared from over here. It has been replaced by Sync My Edits. This just synchronizes the crop across your home screen and lock screen, and that 3D effect is unfortunately gone. So no more 3D effect, unfortunately, for the wallpaper. And you can see from this video I took before the update, this feature is the one that has been removed from the M30s. It kind of gave the wallpaper a nice 3D effect, which has been removed from this update. By the way, they have also removed the 3D effect from their flagship phones, so this is not something that they have removed from the M30s. It has been removed from pretty much all of their phones. I really hope this feature comes back because I used to love the 3D effect on the home screen. One UI 2 also brings new clock styles to the always on display. So this is a new clock style. Then if we scroll over here, the world clock has also been updated. So now the cities stack vertically. Previously they would stack like this horizontally. Now they stack up vertically. And all of the other clock styles are stored over here. You might be wondering, where did all the clock styles go? So just tap over here. This is where all your clock styles are. And yes, we do have the edge clock style over here. This one is also really nice. Nice to see Samsung is adding more features such as these on the M30s. So I think I'm gonna keep this new edge clock style. Press on done. So this always on clock style is actually quite nice. Love it. So to show you guys the next new feature, I will have to turn the always on display off, and then I'm gonna plug the phone in into the charger and turn the screen off. And you guys will see the phone is now showing us the battery status on the display even though the always on display is turned off. So this feature is actually new. It was introduced with Android 10 update. Now if you don't like this battery status when the display is turned off, you can actually disable that by going into the settings, then go to display, scroll all the way down and turn off show charging information. So now the display will be completely off even though the phone is plugged in into the charger. But I kind of like this feature. Just shows you the charging information on the display even when the always on display is turned off. Oh, and one little change, I have noticed the power button is over here just like it is on the Galaxy Note 10. So you can turn your phone off by just pressing that button and it gives you this menu. Otherwise, you can just press and hold the power button. It also pops open the same menu. Android 10 also brings a fantastic speech-to-text tool on the M30s, and it is called Live Transcribe. So we will go to Settings, scroll down here to the part which says Accessibility, then tap on Hearing Enhancements, and then Live Transcribe, and turn this feature on. And then tap on Allow. Now, how to open up Live Transcribe? You just swipe in with 2 fingers from the bottom. Got it. So let's go back home and test this feature out. And this is Live Transcribe. Wait for it to start. So we are testing out Live Transcribe on the Galaxy M30s. So check that out. It corrected my mistake automatically. So this is Live Transcribe. You can just dictate your phone and it will translate your spoken words into plain text. And yes, you can copy this text and paste it wherever you want. You can send it as a text message. So it becomes very easy to write long messages on your phone. And it looks like it has not made any mistakes. Gotta love that. So the way you select this is long press, select, copy. Let's go back home and I can paste that copied text wherever I want. So WhatsApp, let's open this up, long press and paste. So you guys can see where I'm going with this, right? It becomes very easy to write long messages using Live Transcribe. So inside the app setting, you can change the language. You can set a primary language and you can set a secondary language, which I have already done. But yeah, it can write in Hindi, no problem. So check this out, guys. Whenever you set a color to a folder, so we have created a new folder, let's name it social. Alright, so when I set a color to this folder, the phone will give a live preview of how the color looks like on the folder. Previous version did not give you a live preview, so you had to actually exit and then check the color out. This one gives you a live preview of the folder, so that's a nice touch. Also, the color palette is different. Previously you had a round color palette. This is a square color palette. All of the different shades are laid out over here. I like this color palette much more than the previous one. So these are 2 changes to the folder system on Android 10. The way you turn on one-handed mode on Android 10 is also much easier. So we will go to Settings, scroll down to the part that says Advanced Feature, then tap on one-handed mode. Then turn this feature on. Now there are 2 options, gesture and button. The button option is disabled because I'm not using the traditional button style. I'm using the new Android navigation gestures. Okay, to demonstrate, you just swipe down at the middle of the screen like this and that turns on one-handed mode. You can resize the window like this if you want it a little bit bigger, or if you want it a little bit smaller, and you can change the position. So one-handed mode kind of allows you to use your phone with one hand with ease. So once again, if you are in a particular app, just swipe down like this and that turns on one-handed mode. That is super duper easy to use. The snooze button in the alarm clock has also seen a slight redesign. So now you have a configurable snooze button, so you can add more minutes. Previously we just had a simple snooze button. You tap the snooze button and the alarm gets snoozed. This one, you can add more minutes to it, up to 60 minutes. The way you force close apps is also slightly different on Android 10. So here I have 2 apps open, Chrome and Instagram. Now for example, you want to force close Instagram. What do? You tap on this icon, then tap on app info. Now on previous versions of Android, there used to be a force close button over here. Now that button has moved down at the bottom of the screen. So tap this button to force close a particular app. Now if you want to clear cache, tap on storage and then tap on clear cache. It's over here. That will clear the cache of the application, and here is your clear data button. Don't press that, otherwise you will have to re-log in on Instagram. So now the app will restart from the scratch. So that's how you force close apps on Android 10. And the second way you can do this is by long pressing an icon, tap on app info, and that again takes you to the same screen. You can force stop the app over here, tap on storage and clear the cache from over here. So guys, we are almost at the end of this video, and for my final feature, I'm going to show you how to change the shape of these icons without installing any icon packs from the Galaxy Store or downloading any third-party application. So this is sort of a hidden feature on Android 10. And you guys can probably see some of the icons have a slightly different shape, like YouTube, WhatsApp, VLC, and Instagram has a different shape. Unfortunately, this does not work for all of the icons, so Samsung apps are still the same, but for some icons it does work. Alright, let me show you. Let's go to settings and scroll all the way down. By the way, we will need to enable developer options, and the way you enable developer options is so go to about phone, then tap on software information, then repeatedly tap on build number, enter your PIN, and you will see this message, developer mode has been enabled. Let's go back again, then scroll down. You will see this secret menu. Open this up and scroll all the way down, and you will see an option called icon shape. Tap on this, and from over here you can change the shape of the icons. Now I had selected teardrop, so that shape I just showed you was teardrop. Now let's select square, and to actually change the shape of the icons you need to restart your phone. So let me just reboot and I'll be right back. So you guys can see after a reboot the shape of the icons has changed, and this is the square style of icons. Let's try rounded rectangle. So this is the rounded rectangle shape. I think this is one of the better shapes out of the 4 of them. Yeah, kind of like it. But unfortunately, this does not change the shape of all of the icons, especially the Samsung applications. Other third-party apps are able to change the shape of their icons. So yeah, this is how you change the shape of the icons on Android 10 without installing any third-party icon packs or downloading anything from the Galaxy Store. If you turn off developer options, these will get reset back to normal. So yep, these are now back to normal. So this was a cute little hidden quirk of Android 10. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If you have any questions about the M30s running the Android 10 update, do leave them in the comment section down below and I'll try and answer them. But so far so good, I am quite impressed by the Android 10 update on the M30s. Alright, so thank you for watching. Do stay tuned for more videos like these, and I will see you guys next time.